"20 years of growing" is the theme of the Pony Owners and Young Riders charity show here at Millstreet in association with Viaqua.com. Since its inception, the sponsors and patrons of this show have contributed over €200,000 to charities here in Ireland. Possibly the biggest pony show in Europe and maybe the world, 3,000 entries have beaten the tracks to this wonderful facility at Glens Arena in Millstreet. So a big welcome to these highlights, which will feature 4 Grand Prix, including a Young Rider Grand Prix and the representation of the famous Peggy Sue Trophy. So now we move with the Young Riders 1m20 Grand Prix, split into 2 sections, juniors and senior young riders, if we can use that expression. Course built by Alan Wade. This is Sinead Dalton and TULLINEABKY Cruz. This horse was formerly ridden by Olive Clark, who was indoor champion, national champion for 2004 and 2005. And Sinead has been quite consistent with this horse this year. Through the combination there, has to pick up the pace just a little bit, because following her will be some other competitive riders. Nicely over that vertical, right-handed now, coming back to the finishing fences in this round. Straight through that, straight through the clocks in a time of 41.83, and a clear round for Sinead Dalton and TULLINEABKY Cruz mate. So next to go, Martha Healy with Fox's Black Pearl. This is owned by Paula Byrne from Limerick. She's one of our young riders. There are 3 junior riders into this jump off, with 5 to go in the jump off out of 70. 2 of them are juniors, 2 of them are young riders. So she takes the second fence down to put her tally up to 4 faults to date. This horse is capable of better. The third fence down at number 9, another 4 faults. This horse has jumped up to 1m30, but still only 6 years old, and taking down the second part of the double, so carrying 12 faults to date, with 3 more fences to go, and not going too quick on the clock either by the looks of things. 41.83 to beat. Over the vertical and 1 more fence to go. She's not going to come in on time, and she takes that down too. So a bit of a disaster of 16 faults in 46.80 for Martha Healy and Fox's Black Pearl. So now we have Sinead Kennedy with KEC ALDALICE. And this is by Aldatus, out of KEC Ambition, who was by Glidon Diamond. And Glidon Diamond, of course, was the sire for Robert Splain's brilliant horse that's represented him so well, Clarion's Hotel Cool Coran Cool Diamond. So a lot of quality in this horse here. And this horse has been quite consistent this season, with a very early qualification to the RDS, the Royal Dublin Horse Show. And that qualified at Lisbeg Equestrian Centre very early on in the season, and has had phenomenally good success at 1m20. So now we see Sinead come in to the vertical now, and takes that one down, unfortunately, with 1 fence to go. And she's not very much up on the clock either. By my reckoning, she's going to be one of the slowest here at 48.11, and 4 faults for KEC ALDALICE and Sinead Kennedy.
Thanks very much. 1 down, but I was lucky. Martha was just unlucky with 2 down, so she jumped very well. She's only a 6-year-old, delighted.
So now next to go, this is David O'Brien with LANCELOT de TATIHDU. This is a foreign bred horse owned by Peter Glynn of Castlegar in County Galway. This is by Banbula Duto out of Vesta Dubroch, who was by Les Sartillet. So a lot of foreign blood in this horse, but very consistent all year for David O'Brien. Qualified for the Young Riders in Dublin at 1m20 level, and was placed first in the opening competition and also won the final, and took a very credible third more recently at Mullingar in a 1 metre 30 class. So 4 faults carrying so far for this combination. A time to beat of 41.83 and Sinead Dalton, and he's coming back in a very fast time of 37.73, but 4 faults there for David O'Brien and Lancelot TATIHDU. So we're still running with a time to beat of 41.83 in a clear round for Sinead Dalton and TULLINEABKY Cruise Mate. This is Peter Moloney with Deirdre Byrne's Caprice. This is by Artist out of Shamina and was campaigned by Andrew Burns. His first fence down, so he's carrying 4 faults, so he's got to quicken up if he wants to get in the money. Andrew Burns rode this horse to some success earlier on this season in the Guidam Spring Tour, and now his second pole taken down, so running with 8 faults, and he just has to come into the last fence, and we'll see what time he comes back in. And he's just got 1 more fence to go, still with 2 down. 41.83 to beat clear round, so Sinead Dalton has it, and Peter Moloney comes back in a time of 41.49, but 8 faults for Caprice. So a tough enough competition. 70 started in this 1 metre 20 Grand Prix for junior riders and young riders. Sinead Kennedy then the leader with KEC ALDALICE, and followed by Martha Healy with Fox's Black Pearl. And in the junior section, Sinead Dalton with TULLINEABKY Cruise Mate, a clear round in 41.83. Second, David O'Brien, and third, Peter Moloney. So now we move our attention to the 148 AB Grand Prix jump off here at the Pony Owners and Young Riders charity show here at Millstreet. Now, first to go in this 148 AB Grand Prix, this is Shane O'Reilly with ZANDER KLEIN, owned by Helen Cully of Callis Stables in Bearings in County Cork. And as you can hear in the background, everybody very excited at this level. 54 started in this competition, and we're down to the final 9. And this is the final at this final day of the Pony Owners and Young Riders charity show here at Millstreet in association with Viaqua.com. So into the combination, and takes the second part of the double out. Backboard gone. So 4 faults in a time of 33.27 for Shane O'Reilly and ZANDER KLEIN. As we move on now with Peter Moloney, and this is Jack Millstreet. Peter Moloney competing quite well in the Young Riders earlier on here today.
Not too bad. Won the 148 championship in Dublin and also the national championships in Mullingar, so been good enough year so far. So hopefully we'll crown it off with the Grand Prix here today.
How many ponies are you running in with this class now?
I have 3 ponies in this. First one is DARRAGH Gambler. Then we'll have the 7-year-old Ricardo one. She's a bit green but should jump around, and then we'll have the good pony Jack Millstreet in last then.
And which one of the 3 that you have in this class today do you have the most confidence in?
Probably last pony Jack Millstreet. He won in Dublin and the national championship, so be hoping for him to do well today now.
Well, Peter Moloney, good luck this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
So now coming into the double, straight through that, and finishing his round in 31.70. Took the third fence, the front part of the Oxer, for 4 faults in 31.70 for Peter Moloney and Jack.